Reporting live from 10:05. I'm Brandon.
I'm Ryan.
And we are bringing you our Week 9 quarterback rankings here. We're just going to go through our top 10 fantasy quarterbacks we got this week because we figure most of your leagues are 10-man PPRs, so you'll probably have most of these quarterbacks as starters. And that's about it.
Yep.
So,
Dive right in.
yeah, let's get it kicked off with our number one here going into Week 9. My number one quarterback this week is Russell Wilson. He is the Bills. Bills are 16th defense ranked against the quarterback. They're letting up an average of 26 points so far. And I think that Russell Wilson's just been playing his ass off all year. He's been number one in most MVP talks, and I expect that to continue here against the Bills.
I went a little different here. I went with Pat Mahomes. He's got Carolina. That's a tough matchup. They're 5th this year against the quarterback. But, I mean, it's Pat Mahomes. You saw what he did last week. Granted, he played the Jets, but he looked phenomenal. His throws looked, they were perfect. He's accurate. He looks great. And I think he'll come out here and throw a good 3-4 touchdowns again here against Carolina.
Yeah, he was incredible in Week 8. My number 2 here is Josh Allen versus the Seahawks. I got both the quarterbacks in this matchup in top 2. Think it's going to be a shootout. Think it'll be a good game. Seahawks are 31st ranked defense against the pass. They just haven't been good all year. They're letting up. They're 32nd against wide receivers. They're letting up a bunch of yards. And I expect Josh Allen to have a real bounce back week here.
At my number 2 here, I have Russell Wilson, pretty much for the same reasons he has him at number 1. He looks amazing this year. He continues to look great. He's been consistent. He's got Buffalo this week. They run about middle of the pack against the quarterback, but I think they're going to have to score some points, and I think Russell will be able to do that.
Moving on to number 3, I have Kyler Murray versus the Dolphins. Dolphins are 10th ranked defense against the quarterback, which is pretty good, but Kyler Murray's the P-rank 1 quarterback. He's been incredible this year. He's averaging, I think it's about 29. His run game is just, it's a different threat added to him. He's always breaking off a 20-yard run, and he has 6 rushing touchdowns on the year through their 6 games. So I expect him to continue.
At 3 here, I have Josh Allen. Like Brandon said, they play Seattle, who's been absolutely horrible against the pass this year. Seattle scores a lot, too. There's a good chance that the Bills could be down or just it could be a very close game. So he's going to have to throw all game, it looks like. So I could see Josh Allen bouncing back here, having a big week like he was having at the beginning of the year.
All right, moving on to number 4. I got Justin Herbert versus the Raiders. He's been incredible this year. After he came in for Tyrod Taylor, he's been throwing for 303 touchdowns a week. So I see it continuing against the Raiders. They're 30th ranked defense against the quarterback, letting up an average of 26 points. So expect Herbert to have a big week.
At 4 here, I have Kyler Murray against Miami. Miami's been pretty decent this year, actually, against the pass, but like Brandon said, he has that running aspect to his game that is awesome in fantasy, especially. He has such a high floor because of that he's always going to be a top 5 quarterback. It doesn't matter who he's playing against.
Number 5 here, I have Deshaun Watson versus the Jaguars. Deshaun's coming off a bye week. Jaguars are 28th ranked defense against the quarterback. I expect him to have a real good week. He's been consistent all throughout the year, and he's looked real good, so with that new coach, too, the passing game's been way better, so I expect that to continue here and the Texans to get another win.
At number 5 here, I have Lamar against Indy. Indy is the number 1 ranked fantasy defense against the pass. Like Kyler Murray, though, Lamar's going to run the ball. He's going to do anything he can to get in the end zone, get the Ravens a win here. They're coming off a real bad week in Pittsburgh. Lamar especially had 4 turnovers. He's going to look for a big rebound. I think he'll get it here against Indianapolis.
Number 6, I have Tom Brady versus the Saints. Saints are 29th ranked defense against the quarterback, fantasy-wise. No one really saw this coming at the high level he's playing. He's worked himself into MVP talks at this point, and he's just looked good all year. He has the weapons now. They're going to have Antonio Brown in this game. So Brady's will be sure to have a good game.
I got Deshaun Watson here at 6. Like Brandon said, he's coming off a bye. I think they had an extra week to prepare for this game. They got a weak secondary in Jacksonville. He's been real good, like Brandon said, under the new coach. I think it's Romeo Crennel, and I expect him to continue his hot streak here against Jacksonville.
All right, moving on to number 7. I have Pat Mahomes down here. He's going up against the Panthers, who are 5th ranked against the quarterback. I think that there's just so many weapons on that offense that you can't count on Pat Mahomes to be a top 3 quarterback every week. So going up against a pretty good secondary in Carolina, I think he's going to play well, but not well enough to be top 3 or top 5 this week, so I have him at 7.
At 7 here, I have Tom Brady. Pretty much what Brandon said. He's looked pretty good this year, especially from a fantasy aspect. He's scoring a lot of touchdowns. He's throwing a lot of short touchdowns. They look like when they're down low, down inside the 3-yard line. It's definitely not always a run for Tampa Bay. They're looking for the short pass. Now Gronk's getting involved, so it's looking good there.
Moving on to number 8, I have Lamar versus the Colts. Colts are 1st-ranked defense against the quarterback, as Ryan said. No one's really talking about this, but they're letting up an average of 13 fantasy points to quarterbacks every week, which is incredible. Lamar had a real rough week against the Steelers, but that's just because the Steelers are his kryptonite, and they're one of the best defenses in the league, if not the best. So I expect Lamar to bounce back here against the Colts. He's going to have that run game. He should be getting the passing game going here soon. So expect him to be the 8th best quarterback this week.
At 8 here, I have Aaron Rodgers versus the 49ers. Rodgers has been good this year. I expect this to be a pretty good game. The 49ers actually have their backup starting now, I'm pretty sure, since Jimmy G got hurt this week. But I can see some quick scores definitely from Aaron Rodgers, and I mean, he's had a pretty high floor all year, so I'll plug him in there at the 8 spot.
I have Aaron Rodgers right after him at 9. 49ers, as he said, NFC Championship rematch from last year. I think it's going to be a good game. 49ers have a good defense and a good secondary, but Aaron Rodgers has been real good all year. I expect him to continue that. As Ryan said, he has a real high floor, so expect big things from Aaron Rodgers.
At 9 here, I have Justin Herbert versus the Raiders. Herbert's been unbelievable this year. The Raiders have not been a good secondary, and they haven't been for a while. I expect it to be a close game. I expect it to be somewhat of a shootout, and I think Herbert will continue putting up huge numbers as he's been the past couple weeks.
All right, at 10 here, I have Matt Ryan versus the Broncos. Broncos are 22nd ranked defense against the quarterback. This was a real tough pick for me because after those first 9, quarterbacks they're a little indifferent after that. Those 9 are going to be good every single week. They're all great quarterbacks. Not saying that Matt Ryan isn't, but I wouldn't put him on the level of Aaron Rodgers, Pat Mahomes, Russell Wilson. He's still going to have a good week. He's air raid in Atlanta is unlike anything else in the league. They throw the ball at the highest percentage in the league, I'm pretty sure. So I expect him to have a good week here against the Broncos.
As Brandon said, after you get past that 9, it's kind of someone different for me a lot of the time. Here I went with Ryan Tannehill. He plays against Chicago. Chicago's been pretty good against the pass, but Corey Davis really got involved last week. I think he came back off injury, right?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he looked great. A.J. Brown's been scoring every week. They have a good tight end in Jonnu Smith. He's kind of fallen out of the offense a little, but I expect them to get him back involved. And they're going to be hunting down a win for sure, coming off 2 losses to AFC North opponents. They're going to want to get a win back in that column. So I could see a big week here out of Ryan Tannehill.
Corey Davis, very underrated fantasy player. Look into him.
Yeah, he looks good. He looked great last week.
Yep.
All right.
All right, guys. Well, there you have it. Those are our quarterback rankings. Those are our top 10. Take them as you will, but just know they are right. We know what we're talking about. So
they're going to be perfect.
Yep.
Every time.
It sucks being this good. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more content. Let us know what other videos you want from us, and we will catch you guys later. Peace.